Hello, algebra. We are going to go through the worksheet I gave you yesterday that says at the top Unit 2 Supplement 2A. And I'm going to work out the problems. I'd asked you to try these problems. So let's take a look at problem number 2. So it says we have next equals previous plus 10, but it doesn't go anything. So you're looking for all the ones that are going to work. So A is 24, 34, 44, 54. So that one works. B is -12, -2, 8, 18. Each of those are added, so that works. Letter C does not work because you're just subtracting 5. Letter D, I have -3, 7, 17, and 27. Those are all being added as I go to the right by 10. And then letter E actually works as well because it goes 250, 260, 270, and 280. So A, B, C, D, and E, they all work. C was A, B, C, or A, B, D, and E all work. C is the only one that did not work. Okay, let's see. For number at the bottom, it says the way we notate previous sequences is words. Next equals previous plus 10, given the first 12 term is 12. How can we write that as recursive in math symbols? Okay, so remember the recursive is basically given to you. Next equals previous plus 10. So you could basically say that it's like f at n equals f at n minus 1 plus 10. But remember, this can be just changed to an f and n plus, that your starting thing if you had 0 that led to another number, if you knew what the 0 term was. Okay, go ahead and flip the page. We're going to be on number 4, top of the page. It says we have next equals 3 times the previous. Okay, and we're starting at 2. Okay, so if I were to write the first 5 terms, we have 2, then we have 6, and then we have times 18, because multiply by 3, and 54, and then let's see, 12, carry the 1, 15, 162. So those are the first 5 terms because I basically multiplied everything by 3. Okay? And then if we write the recursive equation, so that was given, so we could say, is this the first term? And it is. So that's basically plugging 1 in and then 2 and etc. So we're going to say f at n equals f at n minus 1. Remember, this will take us back to the 0 term and then plus 2. Okay, we want to have this in place when we plug 1 in that it's going to work. Okay. Number 6 we also didn't do yesterday. So we have next equals 1/2 times the previous. Remember that dot means multiply. And we're starting, it looks like, at 200. Okay, so the first 5 terms of this, we have 200, and then half of 200, 50, 25, and then 25 over 2, which you could also say that that's 12.5. I mean, both answers are correct. Write the recursive. Okay, so this is the first term. So we have f at n equals f at n minus 1, and then times half. I think I made a mistake on that last one. Oh, we need to make sure we have that 3 in there. That 3 needs to go right there. And then we'll plus the first term. This one we have times half, and then our first term is plus 200. So I could put the 1/2 out front as well. If you accidentally kept it back, it's totally fine. And then our explicit is going to be f at n equals our first term, which is 200, and then we're multiplying by half. But remember, we're starting with the first term, so we have to put n minus 1 there. Okay, that would allow us to get the correct answer. If I had started with 0, I would just have that be an n. Number 8 Number 8, we have f at n is equal to 3 times f at n minus 1. And then they tell us that the first term is actually 5. Okay, so our first term is 5. Our second term, we're multiplying by 3. Third term, we multiply that by 3. Fourth term, we multiply that by 3. And fifth term, multiply that by 3, so that's 15, carry the 1. 9, 10, carry the 1, 3, 405. Okay, those are terms. And we want to write the explicit, so let's write the actual equation. Okay, because we're starting at 1, we have to have the n minus 1 in there. We're multiplying, so we have that. So our first term is 5, so we have f at n is equal to 5 times 3. And then remember, I have to have the n minus 1 because right there, I had started the first term. If I had started the 0 term, that would just be an n, and this term would have actually changed to whatever the 0 term was. We also didn't do number 10 yesterday. I asked you to try that. So we have n, f at n. Okay, so I got 1, negative 7, 2, 3, 3, 13. Now we have to figure out the fourth and fifth term. It looks like I'm adding 10 each time. So that's my common difference. So that's 23 and 33. Okay. And then we want to graph those first terms. We don't want to do anything else. So the first term, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is down here. Next term, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's like up there. Okay, and that's about all you could probably squeeze on yours. You might not even be able to squeeze that on yours at all, but that's okay. We also need to take a look at number 11. I didn't do that one. Okay, so we have n, f at n. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 12.2, 11.6, 11.0. So we're subtracting 0.6, so that's going to be 10.4. And then our fifth term is going to be 9.8. And they just want us to write the recursive. Okay, because I'm starting with a 1 here, I have to have an n minus 1. So we're subtracting 0.6. So I'm going to go f at n equals f at n minus 1. And we can just do multiply by the 0.6 out front. And then we're going to go ahead and have my first term be 12.2. Let me make sure I did those other ones correct. Okay, that was multiplying. So we have that one right. Did that right. Plus 10. Cool. Oh, this shouldn't have been a plus 10. This should have been a 10 out front. Okay, and we didn't have anything at the end. So I had made a mistake on that one. Okay, we're looking good. So let's see where we are at. Number 11. We got to go to number 13. So we have n, f at n. So we have 1, 2, 2, 8, 3, 32. And to figure out the fourth and fifth, looks like I'm multiplying by 4 each time. Okay, so 4 times 32, that's 8, 128. Multiply that by 4 times 4. So that's 2, carry the 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, carry the 1, 4, 5, 12. And then good luck putting this on a graph. Holy cow, I don't think we can fit a whole lot on there. So I have 1, 2, and I have 2, 8. And that's about all you probably could fit on there because 332 is going to be way up here. All right, go to the back side. Okay, so number 14 we did not do, so I have 3x minus 10 equals 11. So let's go ahead and start solving this. I'm going to add 10 to both sides. Those cancel, so I get 3x equals 21. 3 and x are being multiplied, so use division. So x equals 7. Number 16, we have 3x minus 2 equals 18. Let's distribute over, so I get 3x minus 6 equals 18. I didn't move anything back and forth. Now I can. So I don't have any parentheses, so I'm going to add 6 to both sides. So 3x is equal to 24. Divide both sides by 3. Those are going to cancel, so x equals 8. Number 17, we have x over 5 minus 3 equals 7. So let's get rid of that fraction. So I'm going to multiply everything by 5. If I do that, those cancel. So I get x minus 15 equals 35. And then let's add 15 to both sides. Those cancel. X equals 50. Number 18. Ooh, this is a tougher one. Okay, we got two fractions in it, right? Okay, so what I want to do is I have a 2 and I have a 3. Multiply those together, it gives me 6. So if I multiply that by 6, by 6, and that by 6, and that by 6, then we can start canceling out. Goes in there 3 times. 3 times 1x is 3x. 3 times 6 is negative 18 because there's a minus sign. Cancel out here. That's a 2. That's a 1. 2 times 1x is 2x. Plus 30 because 5 times 6. Now we need to start moving things back and forth. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So that just gives me 1x, which is the same thing as x. Those cancel. And let's add 18 to both sides. So x equals 48. Number 19, we get negative 2 times 3x minus 4 is equal to negative 16. Let's distribute over the parentheses. And because we got the parentheses gone, now we can start moving things back and forth. So subtract 8 from both sides. Those cancel. Divide each side by negative 6. Negative over negative is going to be positive. So that comes out to positive 4. Notice the sign changed. And we also did not do number 21. And really, I'm given quite a bit of time during the period to get this finished. So I'll start out by subtracting 2x from both sides. Have to start someplace, so that cancels. That's going to give me 5x plus 6 equals negative 4. Subtract 6 from both sides. Those cancel. Negative 4 minus 6 is negative 10. Divide both sides by 5. Those cancel. And I get negative 2. Number 22. 1/3 times 6x minus 18 equals 4. Okay, I'm going to distribute the 1/3. So 1/3 of 6 is 2x. 1/3 of 18 is 3. And now we can start moving things back and forth. So add 3 to both sides. Those cancel. So 2x is equal to 7. Divide both sides by 2. So x equals 7 over 2. Leave it just like that as a improper fraction. If you put 3.5, you'd be okay. Number 23. Negative 5x plus 6 equals negative 2x minus 10 plus 5x. Okay, so let's combine these two like terms first. That's 3x minus 10. Now we can start moving things back and forth. So I don't know, we have to start someplace. So let's subtract 3x from both sides. So I get negative 8x plus 6 equals negative 10. Subtract 6 from both sides. Those cancel. Negative 10 minus 6 is negative 16. I forgot the x. Divide both sides by negative 8. X is equal to 2. 24. 3x minus 7 is equal to negative 12. Let's go ahead and add 7 to both sides. Those cancel. Negative 12 plus 7 is going to be negative 5. Divide each side by 3. And go ahead and leave it as negative 5/3. You don't have to make it a decimal. Just keep it like that. Last problem, number 25. We have x plus 5 over 2 minus 3 equals 7. Okay, so let's get rid of this fraction first. Let's multiply everything by 2. And if I do that, This 2 cancels that 2, and the x plus 5 comes down. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 equals 14. These are like terms on the same side of the equal sign, so combine those together before I start moving anything. And now I can start moving things. I can add 1 to both sides. Those cancel. X is equal to 15. Okay, I'm giving you another worksheet. Go ahead and work on that for the remainder of the period and get it done for tomorrow. On Thursday, we're going to do some review because we will have a quiz on Friday. Okay? Take care of one another. Have a nice day.